This is BNN.
Bruin News Now is made possible by the generous support of Brown Bottling Group, Capital Ortho, Salamukis Madison, iGroup, Blue Sky Landscape and Management, and these fine sponsors. Today on the show, seniors on the St. Joe Bruin cheerleading and Spirit Stepper dance teams met the MAIS All-Stars. Bruin football hosts Catholic rival St. Joe Greenville in the first home game of 2025. These stories and more on Bruin News Now for Friday, September 5th, 2025. From the BNN headquarters on the St. Joseph Catholic School campus in Madison, this is Mississippi's high school news leader, the national award-winning student-produced high school newscast, Bruin News Now. Happy Friday, Bruins. I'm Mackenzie Cummings.
And I'm Landry Irwin. It was a short 3-day week at St. Joe, but that hasn't kept us from bringing you the news today. It's game day on the St. Joe campus, the first home football game of the year, and I, for one, am excited.
You know I am too. We'll have more in the game in sports. And before we get to today's big story, let's check in with Robert Ostrenga for a quick look at tonight's forecast.
Thanks, Mackenzie. It's game day, and you can tell it's already hot out here. When the Bruins host the Fighting Irish of St. Joe Greenville tonight, you can expect much of the same. Look for temperatures at game time in the 80s. If you're lucky, you might catch a breeze and feel the temps drop into the 70s by game's end. All of the full forecast and the weekend outlook later in the weather segment. Back to you, Mackenzie and Landry.
Thanks, Robert. The hot weather forecast brings us to our top story. The Bruin football team won't be the only team performing in this late summer heat.
The Bruin cheerleaders also will be there to help excite the crowd and support our Bruins. The cheerleaders did just that earlier today at a pep rally in the gym.
The cheer team did their best to help the team and excite the crowd at our first 2 road games that opened the football season, and they did it in style and with a lot of fun.
Making it even more special is this. 6 seniors on the Bruin cheerleading squad were selected for the Mid-South Association of Independent Schools All-Star Team. Cheerleaders named the MAIS All-Star Team are Simone Chandler, Alexa Donaldson, Emma Newell, Lily Ratcliffe, JoJo Talley, and BNN's very own Mackenzie Cummings.
I'm excited to be an MAIS All-Star because it is a fun experience and it's just a small part of how much work that we've been putting in our senior year, and I'm glad that we're getting recognized for it.
Earlier this week saw the cheer squad rehearsing in the Bruin gym for tonight's big home game. Cheerleaders were working feverishly trying to perfect their routine so that they would look pristine on the sidelines. And that's important because coming up next week is the statewide MAIS Spirit Competition that will see the Bruins defending their title. Last year, the Bruin cheerleaders walked away winning first place in the varsity medium non-tumble division.
The MAIS Spirit Competition is next Wednesday, September the 10th. We have worked hard over the summer and the past couple months preparing for this event. There is some added pressure this year as we finished last year as state champions in our division. We do feel that the routine that we're bringing to the floor next week will be competitive to hopefully keep our title. But most importantly, our goal is always to be proud of what we put on the floor.
These cheerleaders work about as hard as the football team does every day preparing for each week's game. It'll be nice to see you, Mackenzie, and the rest of the team build off success of last year's squad at competition.
Thanks, Landry. The cheerleaders weren't the only ones named to the MAIS All-Stars. Seniors Anaya Purvis and Michael Michelle Williams of the Spirit Steppers dance team also made MAIS All-Stars.
Congratulations to them also. You can see the Spirit Steppers in action tonight at halftime.
Being an all-star is an amazing thing to me, obviously, because you're chosen to be it out of like all the dancers at MAIS. And the preparation for it, you have to make like a 1:30 routine.
It's a really great honor. It's really important to me that all my hard work shows off, and it really feels validating to have that title. I'm super excited as we have competition coming up soon, and I just think that we're going to do great, and it's just a good way to start off the year.
Another big event at St. Joe is just months away when a group of St. Joe students, their parents, and faculty take an educational trip to Europe where they will visit Ireland, Scotland, London, and Paris. Miss Leslie Harkins, who is leading the expedition, flew to France last week for a training session in advance of the trip. Harkins also found time to squeeze in a visit to a few Paris landmarks.
I had the opportunity to spend 5 days in Paris, France with EF Tours, and it was a training session to prepare for St. Joe's trip overseas next summer. We're going to Scotland, Ireland, London, and Paris, and I'm super excited to get to take the kids on it and that they get to experience the other side of the world.
St. Joseph students enjoyed an extra day off from classes on Tuesday. Teachers from St. Joseph Catholic School and other Catholic schools in the Jackson Diocese traded the classroom for professional development on the campus of St. Joseph Catholic School in Greenville. The Fighting Irish of Greenville St. Joe opened their school to educators from across the state to collaborate and strengthen their commitment to Catholic education.
Miss Nancy Dent, a high school English teacher, is bringing back the Quiz Bowl team this year, and students are already getting excited. Quiz Bowl is a fast-paced academic competition where teams buzz in to answer questions on a wide range of topics, including history, science, literature, math, and even pop culture. It's a great way to challenge your mind, work together with friends, and show off your knowledge in a fun and competitive environment. If you ever wanted to put your trivia skills to the test or just try something new, this is your chance. To join the Quiz Bowl team, contact Miss Dent.
Really excited to have our second year of Quiz Bowl here at St. Joe. We have some of our returning champions coming back with us. We have some new people who are going to be with us this year. If you're interested in trying out for Quiz Bowl, just come by my office and see me, and I'll be glad to add your name to the list. We practice on Tuesday afternoons from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and we do get to go to many tournaments throughout the year. We're hoping to go to Ole Miss at least once, and maybe Mississippi State for one of the tournaments. There are also some local tournaments we'll be involved in.
Seniors had a chance to order their very own Letterman jackets today at Third Lunch. Letterman jackets are a time-honored tradition that celebrates school pride and accomplishment. These jackets can be customized and decorated to show off individual achievements, whether it's academics, athletics, or club involvement. It's a special way to carry memories of St. Joseph Catholic School long after graduation. Coming up, Robert Ostrenga has a closer look at tonight's weather.
And Reed Hager and Sawyer Helms have the latest in Bruin sports. Don't go away, sports and weather are next.
Welcome back, Bruins. I'm Sawyer Helms.
And I'm Reed Hager. Are you ready for Bruin sports?
We are. Welcome to the Bear Trap. It's game day, Bruins, and time for the first football home game this season. Tonight, your St. Joe Bruins will host Catholic rivals St. Joe Greenville Fighting Irish in a key gridiron game.
Playing on the road hasn't been the best for the Bruins, falling to the Natchez Cathedral first and Copiah Academy after that. Tonight, the Bruins have a chance to make everything right with a win in the Battle of the St. Joes.
So tonight we're playing Greenville St. Joe. We need a big crowd to come on by. It'd be really good. But main things we've been working on in practice is on offense we've put in a couple of new mesh route concepts because they're going to play a man defense, so that'll kind of help us out there. And on defense we're going to just focus on stopping the run, because if we can stop the run we trust our secondary to stop the pass. And if we do our jobs and play fast, we ought to come out with the win.
This will be the second of 3 games this year in which the Bruins face off against Catholic high schools in the Catholic Diocese of Jackson. Later this season, the Bruins will host St. Al of Vicksburg.
A large crowd is expected at Bill Raphael Field tonight, and the players and coaches believe that they can snag a win and put the team back on track. The Bruins enter tonight's match winless with an 0-2 record. The Fighting Irish are from the Mississippi Delta and are 1-1.
If you can't make it to tonight's game in person, you can watch all of the action right here on the Bruin News Now YouTube channel.
The BNN sports team of Davis Hammond, Noah Sanders, John Dean D'Antonio, and Charlie Smith will bring you all the action tonight. Pre-game is at 6:30 p.m. with a kickoff at 7.
As an added attraction tonight, elementary students who attended mini cheer camp this summer will have a special performance at halftime of the football game, so don't miss that. In softball, the Lady Bruins stand at a 6-10 record heading into Thursday's home contest against Discovery Christian. The Lady Bruins fell Tuesday at home to Magnolia Heights.
In volleyball, the Lady Bruins took Hartfield to 4 sets on Tuesday before the Hawks walked away victors. The Lady Bruins return to action Tuesday when they visit Clinton Christian.
We just have to put our defense and offense together. We've been working really hard in practice, and the team that we're playing is going to be a good game, but as long as we focus and we put all of our skills together, we should come out with a win.
The Bruins cross-country season opener Saturday at the Choctaw Trails in Clinton. Miss Veronica Beeman, cross-country coach, said her team is ready for the season.
We're having practices every day. We've got our goals set, and really we're trying to lock in that mindset of running form, how to be successful, how to be mentally tough in the heat. The heat is, I think, one of the biggest obstacles because our races a lot of times are in the hot afternoon sun.
That's it for this edition of Bruin Sports. I'm Sawyer Helms.
And I'm Reed Hager.
We'll see you tonight at the big game.
Hey Bruins, I'm Robert Ostringa with Football Friday Game Day Forecast. If you're heading back to campus tonight for the big game against the Fighting Irish of St. Joe Greenville, expect a hot night. Look for partly cloudy skies with temperatures at kickoff around 90. Temps should cool off to 70s by game end. The good news is there's no rain in sight for tonight. It should be a dry game. Sunset tonight is at 7:19 p.m. For the rest of your week, you can look to continued hot weather. Saturday, look for a high of 87 and a low of 73, all under partly cloudy skies. Sunrise Saturday is at 6:38 a.m. and sunset is 7:18. On Sunday, clouds will move and cooling temperatures off to the temperatures of a high of 81 and a low of 66. Sunrise is at 6:39 a.m. and sunset is at 7:17 p.m. All in all, a pretty nice weekend. Now for my big football game forecast. Look for the Bruins to pick up their first win of the season. That's it for me. I'm Robert Ostringa. See you at the game.
Thank you. I can't wait for the home opener tonight of Bruin football. Weather looks nice, although a little hot, but it will be nice performing in front of a home crowd.
I'm looking forward to it also. Remember, if you can't make it to campus for tonight's game, catch all the action live right here on the BNN YouTube channel when our BNN sports team brings you all the excitement.
The BNN Sports pregame show is at 6:30, followed by kickoff at 7. Then join us again for next week, another edition of Bruin News Now. Until then, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
There you will find this newscast and an archive of all other student-produced programming. I'm Landry Irwin.
And I'm Mackenzie Cummings. From all of us here at Bruin News Now, have a great weekend and see you at the game tonight.